So with yesterday's craziness going on with YouTube's monetization and channels not uploading and possibly fearing the worst of monetization never coming back, them possibly being demonetized, losing their primary source of income, a lot of comments were coming through and people saying or asking or questioning, what next? What do you do next? And it kind of proved that a lot of people weren't ready for a crisis like that, and how many people don't have the money, the savings, the investments, the diversification needed to weather a financial storm. And people asking or saying that, well, you shouldn't rely on YouTube. You shouldn't rely on that income. You shouldn't put your faith in that paycheck. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. And what I don't know. I guess a lot of folks, they'll speak, they'll live life, they'll look through this shielded, I don't know, like tunnel vision, blinders on, and it's no different than any other source of income you have. You have to rely on a point of failure. Why would you rely on your job when they could lay you off tomorrow?
I agree. The one that gets me is why don't you go get a real job? Well, everybody's definition of a real job is different. Generally speaking, the people saying that, though, are the ones who are working somewhere Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, considering that a real job. But that job could also be taken from you. That company could go out of business. You could be laid off. If you tutor people outside of work, that's still considered a real job, even though it's not a regular 9 to 5. If you are a landscaper, that's a real job. If you are an actor or actress, news anchor, those are real jobs. People who make YouTube videos, those are real jobs. People dedicate their entire life to their YouTube channels. Look at Mr. Beast, look at Darman, look at Ryan Trahan, look at all these other channels that is what they do. That is their job.
Wealthy, successful, financially sound entrepreneurs, business owners, the folks on the right-hand side of the cash flow quadrant, business owners and investors, would never say something as silly as go get a real job.
And for some reason, people forget that owning your own business is a real job. Working for yourself is a real job. Making money, whatever legal way you are making money, is a real job, because you are earning income, you are paying taxes on it, it is sustaining your lifestyle. That is a real job.
Typically, a real job will keep you poor. Typically, a real job barely pays you enough to pay your bills.
In the terms of what they consider real jobs.
Yes. A real job, I mean, honestly, tell me what's not more real than a school teacher.
Oh, yeah, and school teachers end up working summer jobs because they don't get paid enough during the school year to, live off of. And then a lot of them go have second jobs after school is over. That's why you have the sports teachers, you have the art after-school programs for those teachers to make extra money because they're not getting paid enough.
These people would eat their words if they knew how many school teachers generated their income or supplemented side incomes, secondary multiple income streams from YouTube.
Oh, yeah. I mean, online tutoring, YouTube, teaching people how to do math on YouTube. Like, that is still a real job. And that's what a lot of math teachers do in order to get an extra stream of income.
Yeah, but they take this single-sided, holier than thou, standing on my soapbox, high horse approach of what I see for this 10 minutes or less on this video means everything. And I know your life. I know your situation. Yeah. This is all you do.
That's what I got yesterday is, why don't you go get a real job and quit relying on YouTube for your money? And I'm like, you have no idea what I have going on outside of YouTube. And if you've ever watched any of my videos, I am notorious for saying, do not put all your eggs in one basket, have multiple streams of income. So why would you think that this is the one and only way I make anything? Especially when you watch my videos and I have, 20 minutes a day? What am I doing for the other 23 hours and 40 minutes of the day?
Well, somebody actually commented, they said, I guess you're going to have to start working on your resume, start sending out job applications.
Moron.
No. No.
At no point in time is that an option.
No, not at all. But, I put up a live stream yesterday, and I gotta break it down. I got to be honest, got to be real. People were asking me, how do I find your email address so I can email you? I need help. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, if you can't find my email address,
There's no
if you
help for you.
can't find my email address, and that's what's preventing you from taking the first step towards your success, you are not cut out for this.
Same, because I get that all the time. Oh, I was going to email you, but it's not listed anywhere. You didn't look then. It's plain as day.
Oh, yeah. Someone actually commented, I've been thinking about starting a YouTube channel for 2 years now. But after what happened today, which was yesterday, nope, that's just a sign I don't need to do it. No, you just wanted another excuse
Yeah. So that's 2 years of lazy.
you just wanted another excuse to convince you that you didn't need, that you shouldn't. But at the end of the day, look, that's on you. A lot of people talk a good game, but they don't have any ass to back it up. And, on the live stream yesterday, somebody also asked, well, actually, on a different upload that I put up yesterday, somebody asked, can you show us the screen that shows what monetization looks like with and without it on? So if you want to know what that looks like, go watch the live stream. I show you exactly what that looks like.
So I had somebody comment on my video that I put up about it yesterday. They said, it's just a glitch. It's only a day or two. You'll be fine. Quit bitching and moaning. And it's like, you don't seem to understand. How often do you go to work for free for a day or two and then not complain about it later, not ask for your money back? Because this glitch costs people hundreds, thousands, millions of dollars for a day or two of views that YouTube is not going to go back and go, oh, let me pay you in retro.
No, it would be like going to work and the clock-in machine isn't there. It disappeared. And you have to then decide, do I work today? And hope that, one, I get my hours counted, verified, and two, when will it ever come back?
Yeah.
Because it's the same scenario.
It is.
But at the end of the day, on the live stream, I told everybody, I said, look, either continue creating because you like and love creating and you want to engage with your community. I even explained the definition of redemptive work. Thanks to Ryan Trahan explaining that to us at Vid Summit.
Yeah.
But I also said, or not, just go hang out with your family.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you noticed, I put up a few videos yesterday and we were hanging out at the pool.
Yeah.
And, it's like, so what? So what if it's not working? It's not the end of the world if you set yourself up so that you don't have a single point of failure. If you actually are doing something you love and enjoy, then it's not really work. But I guess that's enough of addressing the ignorant folks out there that don't understand what real job means, what the implications of monetization missing could have meant for the big picture.
Oh yeah, the big picture
for other creators possibly not uploading. I put out the information to be a relatively non-biased opinion of what was going on and sharing actual, factual, real-world, boots-on-the-ground information about what was going on so that other creators, it was really for the creators. I didn't make the video for the viewers. I made it for the creators who are waking up thinking, oh my God, what just happened?
Yeah.
Well, from another creator, let me explain to you probably more than likely what's going on. And if you're a creator on an island, which means that you're a creator that knows no other creators and only has one channel, you're on an island, let me give you some insight from our perspective so that you don't feel like you're alone, where the YouTube Google chat wasn't working. You were 200 plus in the line in queue. And yes, this is a huge part of your income and, your revenue and paying your bills. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all. My video yesterday that I put up, I had so many people comment from channels that I never would have known about had it not been for YouTube monetization going down. I mean, people saw the video because they were looking for it. Other creators were looking for what is happening right now. And so I saw a lot of names, like I said, that I'd never seen before. And hopefully everybody's been fixed by now. Not 100% sure, but hopefully everybody's...
Yeah, actually we had some reach out. Some were never affected.
Yeah.
Some were never affected. Some were affected and they were restored relatively quickly. And it seems like maybe by the end of the day, most everybody was back up and running. But then some people were saying that they were back. They had the monetization tab, came back, but all the dollar signs were red instead of green.
Some were yellow.
I think you even said another channel said that hers were all yellow, which was kind of odd because
For what she does. Yeah.
So, but yellow is about as good as red because you're not going to make
They're
any
not
money.
going to make any money on that.
And if you have monetization turned on, you want the revenue. But these are things that we discuss in the group. If you guys are interested in joining the group, there's a lot to be learned and shared about YouTube content creation and monetization that we've been through for years, that most people will never experience. And if they did, it would literally kick them in the teeth and make them want to ball up in a corner and cry. But we've been through it all. This was what I was talking about with the wealthy, financially sound multimillionaires, billionaires who have hit rock bottom and came back and have made that money again. Dave Ramsey was one of them.
Oh, yes.
He was one of them. And the one of the best ways to know how to make the money and keep the money is to make the money and lose the money. And after that, to do it again, to have the fortitude to actually do it again and do it better and keep it and teach people, you might want to pay attention to these people.
I agree completely.
Now, a comment came through that ties into this and overall people's money and their finances, and it says, regardless of cause, I think this video makes tremendously important point for everyone. Americans don't have savings to spare themselves from complete financial wipeout, and all of us need to be diversified. Having multiple streams of income and different types of making an income to support yourself and your family. That kind of goes without saying.
Yes, I agree.
It's like, somebody said you shouldn't put all your trust. Like, well, if you work for Bed Bath & Beyond and you thought you had a sound career, you were there for 20 years, yada, 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 and then all of a sudden they're like, nope, we're closing 150 stores and we're going bankrupt.
Same thing, Blockbuster. I mean, they went away completely. Like, think of those things.
You thought you were good. You thought you were safe. I mean, it's like, well, some folks are thinking, oh, I'm going to retire here and I'm going to get my pension and this, that, and the other. And then a month before it's all said and done, they lose it.
Or they lay you off so they don't have to give you your pension.
And then it's like, well, why'd you do that? You shouldn't have done that. It's like, no, unless you can print the money yourself, unless you're Jerome Powell with the money printer, the Federal Reserve, you have to rely on somebody. Everybody has to rely on somebody. Every business has to rely on some other person or some other business. No one makes the money themselves.
Exactly. And you get those comments, I get those comments of, I have my own business, I make my own money, I don't have to worry about it. No, you don't make your own money. The people that you're selling things to, the people that are part of your business are what are making you money. Without those people, you just have a business that has no money. Yeah.
Imagine if you were a plumber and your truck broke down. Kind of hard to go do jobs without a truck.
Yeah.
Imagine if you were a plumber and your truck got broken into and all your tools and all your supplies were stolen. Imagine if you were a plumber and you got into an accident and you broke a leg or an arm and you couldn't do the work. It's like you don't make it because you are the plumber, you own the business. Like you are technically not even in that sense. If you're actually relying upon yourself, you're not really a business owner, you're self-employed. And you don't make it. The jobs you do, the clients you bring in, the advertisements you do, the competition that you're up against, it all plays a factor and you rely on them. You do.
Everybody relies on somebody for their living.
But if you take this money and if you're not financially disciplined and prudent and focused on the big picture, then there's people out there that make a lot of money and they spend a lot more. So then you come into a situation where, your primary source of income, although it may have been good, disappeared. You're screwed. You have no savings. You're screwed. You still have a job, but a big emergency showed up. You're screwed. Like, that's the point. Part of yesterday's point was hopefully you have a reserve. Hopefully you have a backup. Hopefully you have diversity and multiple streams coming in.
And hopefully you're thinking of the big picture. Like, let's say I wanted to buy a car. Let's say I wanted to buy a new Jeep or something, right? And so I've set my mind that I have to have this goal to get this Jeep. That's the small picture. The big picture is I also need to be able to afford the insurance for the Jeep, the gas for the Jeep, the maintenance for the Jeep, everything else. But a lot of people are so focused on like that one little thing, they forget to look at all the other things.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got to get back to this comment. And people came up with so many odd and unique comments to share, and they don't really paint the big picture, and they kind of like generalize and summarize and stereotype without any real knowledge or information on the subject, especially for the folks that claim that this is easy.
Oh yeah, if it was so easy, why don't you have a channel?
Yeah, I mean, and that this isn't a job, not knowing how many people YouTube channel creators employ.
Oh yeah, there's some channels out there that have okay, hold on, try to talk. So when we went to Vid Summit, we saw Darman, and Darman showed how in the very beginning it was him and his wife, and then he hired on a friend or two to help, and now he's got like 500 employees. So when YouTube goes down for who knows how long, monetization wise, or even if they just stop showing you videos, that doesn't only affect Darman and his wife, it affects 500 employees below them, and whoever else they help take care of, it affects them as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I hope people are paying attention to this, because this is no different than any business in the world that if they see a hiccup in their revenue stream, they then have to make a judgment call. Mm-hmm. How long do we ride this out? We'll roll back to COVID days. It's like, we have to shelter in place and people can't come in to the business. What are we going to do? Mm-hmm. Are we going to stay open? Are we going to keep paying people? Are we going to lay people off? Like, yeah. This is history repeating itself,
but in a different form.
But there were so many businesses out there that were financially stable that they said, we don't know what this is. We don't know how long it's going to last, but we are financially stable. Everyone here is safe.
This made me think of when EBT went down for that day or however long. People were like, oh, it's not a big deal. Just go buy your groceries a different day. And it's like, but what if they're hungry today? What if it doesn't come back up? What if by the time they go, there's nothing on the shelves? Like, when glitches happen in life, it does have a ripple effect. Whether it affects you or not, it does affect somebody.
Most people are unable to look at these situations from multiple perspectives besides their own, mm-hmm. especially if that perspective doesn't affect them and they have no experience with it.
Yeah,
they are unable and or unwilling to put their feet in someone else's shoes.
Mm-hmm. Most people are defensive when it comes to life as opposed to offensive,
So this comment says that also I have felt that social media and the billions of dollars being made off of fluff, drama, inane material, being an influencer, it's all a flash in the giant long view pan. This comment started off really good and then it took a turn for the worse, because you're talking about fluff, drama, influencer, like Jim Carrey made millions of dollars of making people laugh.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes that laughter saves somebody's life. You never know what people are getting from what they are seeing from an influencer, from a show, from a YouTube video.
Yeah, flash in the pan, sure, everybody has their 15 minutes. Well, some people have 15 minutes of fame, some people get no minutes, and some people ride this joker out to the end of time.
You got to think about it. There's actually a channel on YouTube, I don't remember the name of it, but it's a dad showing people how to do things for people who don't have dads. You know what I mean? I don't know if you've ever seen that channel. But that is super informative. When I need to learn how to do something, I can't call a plumber and say, hey, will you just walk me through this instead of me paying you? Can you just tell me what to do and I'll do it myself and then we'll hang up? No, I can go to YouTube and look for somebody who has put up a video that can then walk me through the steps so I can do it myself, save money, and problem solved.
You know what? You got to put all that aside, because there was a comment that came through and it says, thank you, Squirrel Tribe, for posting your video today because you just make me happy. You just make me happy.
And honestly, for me, that's what it's all about.
And I called it, I said that people have comfort food, and I said that you are a comfort person. And literally, you just bring comfort to people, and they need that. But it says here that, this comment says that it's all a flash in the giant long view pan. This has no support network, no benefits, no retirement, no health insurance or FMLA. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to stereotype you and say that you're over 60. I'm going to say that you're over 60 years old when you say no benefits, no retirement, no health insurance, because you're oblivious to the fact that benefits are worthless. You can get your own. It's
Yes.
not that big a deal. And the retirement as well, you can and should be doing that yourself through your own investment portfolios. No health insurance, again, go get it yourself. Do you want a job, quote unquote job, that pays you $50,000 a year because it gives you benefits, retirement, and insurance? Or would you rather have a business and investments that bring you over $1 million a year and you still have the same benefits, retirement, and health insurance?
There are a lot of people who have, you got to think about it. There's a lot of people out there in certain age groups who've had it drilled into their heads their entire life that this was the only way to go, because in the beginning, that was the only way to go for 99% of people. And then as things changed, a lot of people were either so set in their ways that they couldn't see that there was a different way, or they were scared to see a different way because they were comfortable and felt secure in the way they were in. And that's a lot of people are like that in a lot of different areas of life. For some reason, YouTube and things like that happen to be scarier for a lot of people than the fact that they could lose their regular 9-to-5 job. The fact of the process of starting a YouTube channel or doing something outside of what they consider the norm is terrifying for a lot of people.
This is a trend. I'm going back to the comment. This is a trend. And like all trends, it will pass. Sure. Not going to argue that. Sure, this is a trend. We've seen multiple trends through YouTube's life cycle of the types of content and creators and the algorithm evolving and things like that. And sure, this trend will pass. Perhaps maybe there will be a new platform. There will be a new application. There will be a new method of reach. You know, TikTok is trying to gain some market share in this capacity. But at the end of the day, the folks out there that are willing to grind and be smart and hustle and are entrepreneurs at heart, creators at heart, good people at heart, they're going to keep going. This doesn't stop them. It's like, you know, I was a great accountant for this firm, and then this firm shut down. You're still a great accountant.
Yeah, that didn't change who you are.
You're not going to
what you
stop
are.
being an accountant. You're going to continue going on. You're going to find a better firm. You're going to start your own practice. That is a blanket BS statement that you have no idea what you're talking about.
Think about regular TV. It started off as no words, no sound, black and white, and look where it is today. I mean, things evolve. Just because you think it's not something that's going to stick around. I mean, the internet's been around for quite a while. The internet's getting more sophisticated and everything else. YouTube and something like YouTube will constantly be around also, because there will always be people out there creating, and there will always be some platform for the creators.
Yeah, I mean, if we just let life end when a trend died, we wouldn't have anything that we have today because everyone would give up.
Yep.
Businesses win, businesses lose, businesses succeed and progress and grow, and some businesses close and get bought out. This is evolution. This is life. And it says that
Made me think of Jurassic Park.
and so many people are making and spending money like water, as if the tap will never be closed. They'll all be in horrific positioning to keep the boat afloat. I think all of it, channels and creators and TikTok and influencing and YouTube drama and live streaming gossip for profit, all of it will end. Okay, all right, so I'm going to let you go, but yeah, sure, people are spending money like water, and sure, the tap could close, but there's also people out there that I'm hoping that I'm reaching, that I'm speaking to, that aren't spending money like water and have multiple taps. So if one closes, it doesn't dry up the well, basically. And, you know, to lump channels and creators and influencers all into one category of drama and live streaming gossip, get the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ. Come on. Come on. You can't be serious. And if that's all you watch, you need to reset your Google your YouTube watch history and clear your cache on your computer and start over. And if you think that that's what I'm creating here, please stop watching and stop commenting on my videos.
100% agree. What I like is that everybody here is trashing YouTube, but they have no problem with a football player making multi-million dollars per game. Basketball players, same thing. While teachers, police officers, firemen, they all are living at almost poverty levels, while entertainers like sports are raking in all the money, yet it's the YouTubers that people seem to have a huge problem with.
Yeah, the ones that are out here spending tons of time, energy, effort, money in hopes of reaching their audience with no guarantee of any compensation for it. Now, either by regulation, it says all of it will end, either by regulation of social media and intervention in this pop-up industry, which has been proven to cause harm to children and young adults, be a haven for bullying at all ages, influence a giant uptick in mental health issues and people trying to end their lives. Whatever way this method for making quick money using zero training, education, certification, supervision, or consequences is modified and or removed, it is sure to happen. And people will be shocked, even though we all have known it to be coming since it started. All right, this person has lost their mind.
That person has a lot of
They go
issues.
up and down, and down. And it's
Yeah.
like, all right, so let's see here.
School has all the exact same issues that they just stated. So does your random Monday through Friday workplace has all the exact same issues. Watching the news will do all the exact same things that they just stated. Watching any regular TV show, depending on how you watch it and how you interpret it, will determine how you feel about it and what you take from it. So that whole thing right there is somebody who clearly needs to speak to somebody in a professional sense, because they are the ones that have some sort of deep-seated issues with their life in general.
No, they're oblivious. Okay, they're sheltered. They're blinded. They have no clue about what they're talking about. They have zero experience whatsoever. All of it will end either by regulation of social media and intervention in this pop-up industry. YouTube is not a pop-up industry.
No.
YouTube was a $25 billion industry last year. Pop-up? Come on now. Which has been proven to cause harm to children and young adults. So do cigarettes.
Yeah.
So do cigarettes. I don't see you complaining about
but
that.
You see parents sitting there in a closed-up car smoking cigarettes, giving their children secondhand cancer and not complaining.
So do parents trying to get their kids to take these mind-altering, hormone-adjusting medications at young ages because they don't want them to have any sort of binary labeling or gender assigned to them. Come on now. This ain't just YouTube.
No.
Be a haven for bullying at all ages. Bullying has been going on since the beginning of time. Come on now.
I mean, I guess this person doesn't realize that they are also bullying. The way they are talking is also bullying.
Influencing a giant uptick in mental health issues and people trying to end their lives. There's also a large portion of content creators on YouTube trying to help people with mental health issues and stop trying to end their lives.
Yes.
Whatever way this method of making quick money using zero training, this is not quick money.
This is not quick money.
And zero training, okay, so what? This is you're probably the same person saying, how do I get this job that requires experience, but this is the job that's going to give me the experience. Zero training, you need someone out there willing to help you. And to go about YouTube with zero training and actually succeed, well, there's probably some really, really big people out there that would want to talk to you if you can make YouTube work without zero training. Wait, that's us. Zero education, zero certification. Okay, you don't need a certification. Zero supervision. There is supervision.
Yeah, YouTube supervises.
There's policies.
There's policies.
Consequences, warnings, strikes, people getting banned for a week or having
Videos
channels
taken
deleted.
down.
Like, there are consequences.
But this person seems to forget that there are plenty of people on the platform that do have certifications, that do have training, that do have everything they are saying nobody has.
There are doctors on YouTube that are sharing.
There are teachers.
They're not only sharing, they're taking this misinformation from videos and TikToks and things like that, and as doctors are showing you how bad these foods and these activities and these things are. Yep. Like, you whoever you are, come on now, we need to have a talk. We need to have a talk. You got to get your head out your butt, because you are going to miss what's really going on if this is how you're viewing life now. In my opinion, we are spending too much of this fleeting, precious life on the internet, in social media, looking at our phones instead of people and places and books and nature.
As the person sitting on some sort of electronic device making that comment.
Yeah.
Why are you there? Why did you watch the video? Follow your own advice.
You are
Get
your
off.
own worst enemy. And to add to that, the generations learning or expecting to have their career be nothing more than an influencer. Turn a camera phone on yourself and away you go. We have lost the skills and ability and desire to be human beings who present in our lives, helping each other, living and loving and working to earn a living in order to do the real things in life, none of which occur online. This person is completely out of their mind.
Yes.
I came across a channel the other day of a guy who literally just goes around asking people to share a Bible verse, and he'll give them $100.
Yeah.
He'll give them $100. Like, out of the goodness of his heart. Like he said, he wants to share the gospel. That's what he wants to do.
And he wants to help people at the same time.
That's what he wants to do.
Yeah. And how is that a negative channel? How is that an influencer that is doing harm to anybody?
Whoever this person is, you really need to readjust your viewing history and criteria, because YouTube is taking you down the hole that you've set it up to take you down because of your interests, what you watch, what consumes you.
If all you do is look for negative, all you're going to get back is negative. So get off your butt and look for positive and say something nice to somebody.
The only thing that is of value of that was the fact that folks are probably spending too much money, not saving it, and are really just reliant upon one source of income and have no alternative plan outside of that, nor does their plan include building something for themselves, for their families, creating generational wealth, and ultimately setting yourself above and beyond what is status quo, quote unquote, normal, and having the ability to get outside, to travel, to enjoy nature, besides being stuck at work at a regular job, grinding hard, living paycheck to paycheck just to get by.
You know what's funny? This person talking all this crap, they have no clue, because our nephew is 14 and already started his own business. So he goes to school and does everything he has to do to keep his A's and his B's. He goes home, he takes care of his room and helps his mom and dad clean up and does things like that. And then he has his own business, his own original side hustle that is making him money at 14 years old. So he already knows exactly what it takes to work hard, earn an income, save it, use it for what you want or whatever else. And a lot of that is because of YouTube, because of the things he has watched, the people he has listened to, the things he has seen. He took it upon himself to say, hey, listen, I want to do more. I don't have to wait till I'm, 21, 22 out of college and in somebody else's office or cubicle punching their time clock. I can do this now. And you know why? Because of things like YouTube.
You know what a lot of folks are lacking?
Common sense.
They're lacking that.
The ability to breathe because their head's up their butt.
You think that would cause them to suffocate, and some of these things with Darwin's, would just take care of itself.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of folks, adults now, but as growing up as kids, they lacked having another voice outside telling them the truth. And the truth is that you have to fight. You have to grind. You have to hustle. Even if something's given to you, it can be taken away. You have to know how to make it on your own. Although you will be relying upon others, you need to have your own mind, your own brain, your own drive, your own ambition to go and want to go get it. Case in point, I went to college. I got a degree. It says that I know how to do this, yet I can't get a job doing it, and I'm broke. Okay, well, just because you go to college, just because you spend years at university, rack up enormous debt in tuition and student loans, and you come out and it says that you are a
Marketing major.
It says you have your a bachelor's degree in marketing. That doesn't automatically give you a job.
No,
that doesn't automatically put money in your bank account. All that says is that, okay, there's a piece of paper that says there's an institution out there that says that they kind of vouch for you, that you may know what you're talking
class
about.
And turned in some homework.
But at the end of the day, you still got to get up your ass and go make something happen.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how many folks are on YouTube killing it from a marketing perspective.
Oh, yeah.
That never went to college for marketing.
Exactly. Because it's not just about sitting in a classroom and being told what to remember and filling out papers and turning them in and then walking across the stage to get a piece of paper to show to everybody. It's about actually doing something. And I think a lot of people forget that you literally can do anything. You just have to be willing to do it. And a lot of people are not willing to do it. A lot of people stand in their own way. They're too scared. They're too whatever. But if you want something, go get it. Like, why is that so friggin' difficult for people?
There's a secret about college and going to college and the reasons why you should go to college and how you can take that and ultimately position yourself for success outside of college. I'm not going to share that on this video. It's a secret.
Okay.
But I know the secret. And I learned the secret for some people who probably were thinking, oh, he's not paying attention. I learned the secret. And I've seen it happen. I've seen it work. I see it work every single day. It's amazing. If you guys want to know what that secret is, hit me up. But I'm not going to put it on this video. But at the end of the day, there's some folks out there that just have this delusional, imaginary thought of what life should be. Whether it's you're holding your head super high, you walk around with a Rolex on your wrist and you think that you're something or somebody because of whatever you bought or whatever you drive or wherever you live or whatever degree you have framed up on your wall, but you ain't done shit. You ain't done shit. You ain't doing shit. And if mommy and daddy quit supporting you, you may not be shit. Now, on the flip side, you got folks out there that are completely opposite and think that they can't.
Yeah.
They think that they can't.
Yeah.
But the moment you think you can't, well, you pretty much sealed your fate.
Yeah.
So it boils down to whether you
if you think you can, well, I'm going to mess it up every single time. Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right.
Yeah. And no matter what, whichever side of the coin you're on, you still have to go out there and go get it. You got to grind.
Yeah.
And then when you grind, oh man, Economic Ninja, he put up that video yesterday and he said, go out and save $1 today. He goes, and tomorrow save another $1. He goes, what did you just do? He goes, you just doubled your wealth.
Yep.
In one day.
Yep.
You went from $1 to $2. He goes, yeah, it's not a lot, but at the end of the day, you doubled your wealth. Then you want to save $2 so you can double your wealth again. But as you continuously do this and you see what you're doing, it'll be harder for you to spend that money because you knew what it took to get it. And if you had $4 and you were like, well, I'm going to spend $2, there goes half my wealth. You got to think about that on a smaller scale as you continuously build up and level up to the point at which you have millions of dollars. Then it'll be harder for you to lose that wealth because you knew what it took to get it.
Exactly.
And I think there's a huge scotoma out there of people who think that they can't get it. So they'd rather not even try.
That's where they shoot themselves in the foot. That's not on anybody but them.
They think that they can't get it. They think that it's not possible. I think Economic Ninja also said that he had his mother or his grandmother was always telling him that he could.
All you need is that one person to tell you that you can. And that one person can be yourself. It does not have to be an outside force.
But it didn't happen overnight. So they would continuously tell him that he could, and then eventually he finally did. And then he saw that they were right and that he could. And then it was just like, it was
Game
over.
on. Yeah.
It was over. And it's like anything that he set his mind to, he was able to accomplish and achieve. And it's not going to be overnight. Some of this stuff isn't going to be overnight. But at the end of the day, for the simple fact of the matter that you are actually putting forth the effort and trying, then that's the difference between succeeding or getting on the path for success and ultimately just balling up in the corner, sucking your thumb, hoping that somebody's going to come through and give you a handout, print a stimulus check for you, put money in your bank account, fill a change cup because you're holding a sign begging for money. Like, there's a difference. And for the people out there who've never heard before that they can, I'm telling you right now that you can.
You can.
And if you need help, hit me up. I had somebody comment on a video yesterday, and they said that they have a channel. I think they are monetized, but they don't get a lot of views. And I went and looked at the channel, and he actually has some really great content. And I commented on it. He goes, wow, I can't even believe that you came to look at my channel. I'm like, well, I read the comments. He has great content. The only thing that he lacks is positioning his content to be seen, which is a book cover, which is a movie poster, which is a billboard. This is, how many movies have you gone to watch that completely sucked?
So many.
Because the movie poster and the trailer
roped you in, tricked you.
Convinced you
that
it was going to be something of interest, only to find out it was terrible. But on the flip side, sometimes it works the other way around. But this is not about clickbait. This is not about bait and switch. This is about getting people to understand and realize what you have and getting them excited to watch it. Then to find it and be like, wow, why haven't I seen this sooner? Why haven't I seen this before? And I think it was actually Film Booth, and Film Booth made a video, and Film Booth makes videos about YouTube content creation and how to improve your videos and different things like that. And he said he made a great video about audio. But if he titled it a video about audio, nobody wanted to watch it.
Unless they were specifically there for audio.
But then he changed it and positioned it a different way. Everybody watched it. Everybody loved it. And they were like, why haven't we seen this sooner? And for the folks out there who are in this game, who are doing this, just know that the opportunities are there. They exist. The possibilities are endless. You just may need, to get a better understanding of how the algorithm works.
Yeah.
How the audience works, the psychology behind the people who are viewing your content. Because, honestly, if you can get one view, you can get two.
You got to think about it this way. If you're trying to go for a job at some place that's going to pay you $1 million a year, you're not going to show up in your bathing suit. You're going to show up dressed for the job that you want. It's the same kind of thing for YouTube. You need what you want to be portrayed from the front. You know what I mean?
Actually, we're working with a channel now who's a member, and he's actually not feeling well. He said that he wasn't feeling well, so I don't know if he's going to post in the next few days, but he's on his way. Actually sent him a screenshot. He's like a little over halfway there of reaching monetization.
That's awesome.
And but at the end of the day, he's got to wrap his mind around understanding he's got great content.
I agree completely.
Almost all his videos are like 100% like, which if you're looking in your
it's
analytics,
almost impossible to get.
100% like. So that's awesome. But you got to get to the point at which you can get YouTube to show it to more people. And YouTube right now is about, number one, standing out on the homepage.
Yep.
And then if you look at the homepage, you got to think about what competition's on the homepage. You got to stand out on the homepage. But once you stand on the homepage and you get the attention of the people and they love what you make, then it's a wrap. From there, you're off to the races. You wouldn't even need YouTube to push you out there because they're going to push you out there on their own. I don't know how many people shared the content that we created yesterday just because they wanted to help other creators have an understanding and information about what was going on about monetization, and an insight for the fact that you sat on hold for an hour to talk to somebody at YouTube and Google to get an answer. And this could be very helpful to someone else who didn't sit on hold or didn't have the time to do that.
Alicia Motley actually shared my video on her channel, on her community post, to help other people see what was happening as a creator, because she was like, I didn't know. I woke up the same way. I found your video when I looked. Thank you so much for sharing this. And so she went and put it on her community post so that people could see it also. Yeah,
and that's just about helping the community. Like I said, we created those videos yesterday really to reach the creators and let them know that, hey, look, this is what we see. What do you guys see? Let's all pile this information together. Let's share and really get an accurate understanding for what could be, versus just automatically assuming like the worst.
Economic Ninja actually commented, and he was like, I wasn't affected. He goes, but I know a lot of channels that were. So he wasn't affected, which I'm thankful for him, because he gets a lot of traction. And I would hate for, a 24-hour time frame that would hurt a lot.
Yeah, but at the same time, what I put up was having access to multiple channels. I showed channels that were affected and channels that weren't affected.
Yeah.
Which further solidified my opinion and position that it was just a glitch.
Yeah.
Now, granted, the other crazy part about it is people jumping on and saying, no, this was a planned outage. I know my family works for YouTube. I'm the one behind the chat messages saying that this is going to take a week. It's like,
I got the one who was like, yeah, they want to take down all the prepper channels. They want to do that, but they can't just aim at them, so they have to sprinkle it out into other niches too, so it doesn't look so planned.
That's why I hit the gamers. That's why I hit the gamer channels, because they're they're wreaking so much havoc.
Craft channels. I had a DIY craft channel say the same thing.
But it's, you got people out there that they have the sole intention of bringing people down and trying to discourage and just hate. And block.
Yeah.
And I hope people are realizing and witnessing, these folks out there and have the ability to discern the difference between what's real and what's fake, and not let one person that you don't even know, this keyboard warrior hiding behind this keyboard in their mom's basement, to stop you from trying to achieve success, from you trying to go after your dream and what you enjoy, and share your story, share a message, reach the community, build a network of friends. That's what it's about.
It is.
The network.
Yeah.
Network.
I got a Squirrel Tribe family. Like, every single day, I know exactly who's going to comment, and I'm thankful for them, because then it gives me my friends to talk to. You know what I mean?
You know, it's crazy. You know, people immediately said, "Hey, if you guys are affected, do you need money?"
Oh, yeah. Which was so incredibly nice of people. But no, we would never ask you guys, don't eat the squirrel. Stop, Max. We would never ask you guys for anything like that.
Yeah, but that is part of the network. That is, building a community. And with that, you will pretty much forever be, you will reap what you sow, and create. That's what I told people. A lot of people were saying, this is going on, and this is wrong, and my monetization doesn't work, and what should I do? And I said, just keep creating. Just keep creating, and which is what I have to tell the folks in the group that haven't started yet. If you guys are watching, if you're still watching, if you're listening, just create.
Just create.
Don't let these things stop you. There will always be some reason, some possible excuse or roadblock or hurdle to make you think that you should stop moving forward, advancing. Don't let it stop you. I don't know how many other channels are saying that, but we're not falling into the category of just pop up, trending, gossip, drama. We want to see people succeed. We want to motivate. We want to see people reach success. We don't want to see people struggling. We want to see people earning, building wealth, and growing, and then taking that and helping somebody else.
Correct. 100% correct.
I've got members in the group who are already trying to help others. But at the end of the day, the more people you help, I mean, it's like people say, "Oh man, you got lucky." No,
you worked hard.
Yeah,
there's a difference.
The harder you work, the luckier you get.
Yep.
And honestly, this falls back into that redemptive work that Ryan Trahan was talking about. And when you're doing it because you love it, it hits people differently.
It does completely.
It hits people differently. You may be surprised. You may never even turn on. I know people who've never turned on monetization.
Oh, same. Yeah.
They've never turned it on because they don't need to.
Yeah.
They generate income and revenue from so many other sources that they don't need to turn on monetization.
I agree.
Because they're truly doing what they love. Speaking of which, what you got coming up?
I have some stuff coming out a little bit later.
You're not gonna give me a sneak peek?
Sneak peek? No, I'm too focused on making sure the dog doesn't knock over the camera.
Thank you guys for watching. Check out this video here and also this one that's popping up on the screen right now. Subscribe to both channels if you haven't already. Share this video. Encourage someone else. Motivate. You guys be safe. See you on the next one. Take care. Bye.